The typology community is obviously, it's stupid for one, but it's very interesting. Where if you reject a label onto your personality, often the times it's misinterpreted as you trying to be unique. Because you have to fit in this box, otherwise you're trying way too hard. So it's not that, maybe you don't relate to the label and you don't see why you need to pretend that you do, or just because it looks like it fits, it doesn't mean it does. It's way too off. But no, that way of viewing the enneagram is, or any system, not just the enneagram, is an insult. It's wrong. It's just you pretending. So that's kind of very annoying. Let's talk about the instinctual variants, I guess, as a part of the Enneagram. The Enneagram, and I am quoting this book here, claims, and this is a very popular book for the Enneagram, that the instinctual variance is not necessarily the same as the types in itself. You can figure out the variance before you figure out the type even. It's not even necessarily connected. What they call it is just some instincts, basic instincts in people, that the reason why you have them is because they have been influenced in some way in your past that affects how they manifest right now. And then apparently there is an unhealthy manifestation of the variant and a healthy one. Now, before I'll get to how the book describes them, because people describe the IVs in a very different way. Some people will say that the instinctual variance represents different energies within the people. The self-preservation squad have a coiled up energy. They are holding it until they can release their energy at once. They are aware of the changes in the temperature. If there is, they might have the Princess and the Pea syndrome, where one slight thing really alters their comfort. And then we have the sexual variant with their laser focus. Maybe it's not the person they're seeking, but wherever they express their energy, it's always directly expressed. And then we have the social variant, where even if there's no people, their energy still expresses around in that equally jittery manner. What was it? The uncontrolled, scattered. It's their energy is scattered. Because, you generally speaking, there would be a lot of people around you, and because there's nothing, their energy is just expressed the same way. Because it's not about that, it's about the energy is deprived of all the other description. And that's what I call a scaffold in biology, where it's just the molecular structure, where the extracellular matrix or whatever the hell is surrounding the stuff, but it doesn't really have the cells inside. But I got too excited to explain a random biology concept. We're not talking biology here. They could claim that it has to do with human instincts all they want, but it really has nothing to do with biology at all. Why select just these three minutes? I didn't even get to explaining how they treat it as some biology thing. I don't know if this book treats it as a biology, but the people that read it probably interpret it as such. They say psychological and spiritual growth for the 9 types, but maybe it's psychological and spiritual. I don't even know. But the way that they describe the social one is that you really have this need for belonging to a group. You really want to feel like you belong, and that's kind of your main focus. The SP type, the self-preservation, you really you care a lot about your health, your finances. You might, overhaul and stock up on stuff, and you're focused on self-preservation, creating a home and a safe space and making sure everything is fine. And then we got the sexual variant, where they crave intimacy, but the description kind of focuses also on intensity of experiences and not necessarily intimacy, where it's okay, some people crave stimulation, fine. It's not needing stimulation is something for all humans. It's dedicated to one particular type. So even if there is like some person that really loves their office work, they're probably a sex dom. They find stimulation in plugging in data in Excel sheets. It's practically the same thing. They find this stimulating. No, 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 don't try to correct me. This is exactly how it works. We twist people to fit into definitions. Who said they care about SP because their lifestyle clearly sucks? And they're definitely not a suck because they don't care about the people. They just feel stimulated by Excel documents. Who are you to judge, huh? Anyways, so putting aside how we twist definitions to fit people or twist people to fit definitions, the sexual variants still are kind of annoying when you want to look into it. Like, let me open this one other random thing. Initially, I tried to, I wondered if it was similar to this, the hierarchies of human needs stuff, but at least the hierarchy of human needs thing makes sense. Like, as long as you made sure each need is met, you can, I guess, get the other one dealt with. I've never really analyzed this chart before. I just only saw it many times and I was like, alright, whatever. But I mean, it makes sense. Like, each one is something that would help you focus on the other. It's the same way with how a lot of rich people don't have any real problems to focus on, so they complain about minuscule stuff. Which I say that, but I think everyone has the right to fix whatever the hell tiny issue they have, no matter how tiny it looks to you, because everyone has different difficulties and it's okay. But I was gonna focus on is this other stuff of human needs. Now, why is it only these 3 random traits that is picked as the instinctual variants of humanity? You can have it in 3 layers like cake. The top layer, which is your dominant one, the middle layer, which is your middle one, and the bottom layer, which is your lowest one. I'm quoting the book. So why is it just these 3 and not other human needs? Because what they describe there is kind of normal human needs. The needs of having some people to back you up, wanting to feel secure, your food and freedom stuff, the stuff we're needing to experience, what's the word? Just stimulation, that's all the normal parts of human needs. So I randomly opened this website while I was looking for information, and I think it's a really cool start with this particular topic. The article is titled as Fun Explained, Fundamental Human Needs, and the person goes on to, it's really cool. They're explaining, fun as a human needs. So, there is a lot of confusion surrounding the word fun. This article aims to answer questions about what it is, what it means, and how to make it as useful information. And then, fundamental human needs. I think, here is, okay, so the person says, I think this is one of the vital parts of the whole. I'm skipping many. I skipped a lot of lines here because I'm just skipping to the information I think could be cool and relevant here. So the person asks, have you ever wondered why humans play video games? This is about game design. Have you ever wondered why we do anything ever in life? Have you ever wondered what fun really means? Have you ever wondered why some games flop despite amazing effort put into them? Have you ever wondered why some games succeed despite how simple or trashy they are? And the person goes over the answers, and then all the answers I found converged into a single unifying factor: fundamental human needs. These are the core of the entire human experience, a window to understand human beings and their behavior. As a design tool, it's indispensable, surpassing user testing and analytics, to figure out how a design is valid or not. Now, blah, 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 blah. Very cool article. I actually really like it, but I don't want to read it all because I suck at reading in a video. And so here's okay, I'm gonna skip their quick crash course on the basics fundamentals of human needs as it follows, and we're gonna skip to this one random chart I saw. And let me make it a little bigger so people can see it. I don't know how to make it bigger. Yeah, I don't know how to turn my camera around on my phone. Oh well, so the 10 areas of human needs is, we got meaning, purpose, contribution, creativity, love, care, nurture, affection, equality, fairness, cooperation and justice, community, belonging, inclusion, safety, protection, empathy, respect and trust, empathy, play, relaxation and comfort, substance, food, water, shelter, clarity, understanding, skill, knowledge, and power, influence, freedom, and choice. Now, you can tie some of these to the instinctual variants, sure. Don't waste your time, because you're gonna end up creating that stupid divide where you, like, these human needs, oh, now they're typologies, now it's specific to some people, whatever the hell typists do, which is so annoying. Normal human needs, nah, it's related to types. Shut up. Anywho, so instead, like, why does the instinctual variance have to focus on the particular 3 traits that it focuses on? Why is there like no instinctual variant that goes like meaning, you know? The MN variant, is it because it doesn't start with the letter S? Or is it because, oh, it's an enneagram type? What's the point? This is a human need. This is one of our instinctual variants, except not the enneagram one, is the real one about human needs. Why do we have to disinclude that? Or why do we have to assume that only what we have, like, it influences these random 3 traits? I was gonna talk about the meaning one. Like, meaning is important in everyone's life. That's why a lot of people tend to be religious. That's why some people argue that, oh, you can't have a meaning if you don't believe in a god. And, like, atheists are like, actually, we're very strongly attached to these philosophies, and we do have a sense of meaning, and you're just being idiotic. And, yeah, like, meaning. Like, why is there no variant for meaning, right? Like, when people feel like they lack a meaning, they can become they don't even want to live. They just become, I don't know, useless, sobby creatures that are only looking for a meaning because they had no sense of meaning for their whole life, or because they found out that they were lied to, and now they don't know if they want to live anymore because they don't know what to understand from life, right? Very normal stuff. That's a very common experience. Why is that not an instinctual variant in which people, they tend to focus a lot on meaning and on understanding philosophies? Like, I'm pretty sure some people, they don't necessarily want that, oh, I want to belong, oh, I care about safety, oh, I care about intensity, and they're just people that's more like, yeah, I care about philosophy. Like, community, that's very sock. That's one instinctual variant right in front of you. Wanting to feel like you belong. Substance, food, water, shelter. That's SP, honestly, we all should care about. I guess some people don't care about their healths. But, yeah, RIP them. And in the enneagram, they call them low SPers, but, like, it's still a human need. I get that. All of them are based off needs. Still, point being, it's important. Like, it's important. I wasn't speaking about importance. Why is it not that we have variants for these other random needs? Like, what's the point of just categorizing 3 when you can clearly derive also an analysis from other variants? And yeah, like, even the play, relaxation and comfort, you can call that one SP, but it applies to everyone. This list is literally called, these are the 10 fundamental areas of human needs, and I think it's the most relevant one to hear. And yeah, I don't know what to add. The variance kind of sucks on that behalf. Like, it doesn't really, it just randomly picks 3 random traits that might be impacted from the past, but a lot of stuff can be impacted from the past, and there's a lot more human needs than just these random 3. Like, it's kind of a weird, pointless typology, if you know what I mean. And yeah, that's where I'm gonna end the video. I don't know what else to end, otherwise I'm gonna have to record this video for the 1000th time. Bye.